So anyway, I got that taken care of, and then went around, did an airflow check and everything. I checked it in heating, I checked it in cooling, I checked it in emergency heat. You always want to do that. Check it in all its functions. Check fan on, make sure that that's working. If they want to just run the fan continuously, which I talked to her about, but also letting her know that'll kick her filters up quicker, and it'll run her electricity bill up a little bit. But yeah, so after I got done with the packaging, it was a package heat pump, a Root heat pump. She wanted me to take a look at her water heaters. She says that the water coming out's way too hot, and with the kids, the autistic kids that they have in there, those kids will run around like crazy and turn stuff on, so good chance they could scald themselves. So whoever set those things at scalding temperatures, shame on you for doing that. But so quick, if you guys know anything about water heaters, there's an upper panel and a lower panel. That's your that's basically your elements for the tank. And usually you have your reset button on the upper component, upper element access panel, and then you have your temperature control on the lower portion. So what I don't like about electric water heaters is they don't put temperatures on them, for adjusting the dial on your temperature control. There's a slot that says very hot, and there's a slot that says hot. Well, that's very subjective, because what's very hot to one person isn't very hot to another, and what's hot to one person isn't hot to another. So both of them were set at hot, and I'm like, well, that's usually about 120 degrees, which is your residential recommendation on temperature, not to scald children. And so I don't know, but I went ahead and turned them both just a little bit below hot, and I showed the tenant there how to adjust that, obviously telling them to shut their power off first before they stick their hands in there. I didn't shut the power off because I know what not to touch in there. But I think I probably got them both at about 115 degrees. The only way to really dial those in, with a temperature on an electric I'm not going to say hot water heater, on an electric cold water heater, is to put a mixing valve in, on above the tank there where the hot and cold come together, and then you can dial in an actual temperature, a thermostatic mixing valve that has actual temperature readings on it. So I talked to her about that, but I don't think it'll be a big deal. I showed her how to adjust it if it's still too hot or it's too cool now. So anyway,